Hello, and welcome back. Today we're going into my big warrior list. This is one of my favorite decks. It's a pet deck of mine. I'm known among a number of the wild streamers for playing this deck. It's not the absolute best deck in the format. It's probably like tier 2 at best, but it's a deck that I really enjoy playing, and against some of the metas, it does really well. It does very good against Raza Priest, it does very good against Spell Druid, uh, Aggro Druid, uh, Odd Rogue. Really, the only bad matchup for it is Warlock, which is fairly predominant right now, so that's why it's not that great. But against a lot of the rest of the meta, it does a great job. So let's get into it. So Athletic Studies is here because you can't play creatures with Gather Your Party that are small and stuff like that, so you need stuff that'll generate early game creatures, and particularly ones with Rush. That's what this does. It gets you early creatures, they cost one less, they have Rush. Great card. Shield Slam is great because it can kill small and big minions alike. But you don't want to run two of them because you may not always have the armor. You can play this in combo with Shield Block, so you're guaranteed to do 5 damage to a creature. Fear Sapience is a pretty key card. This is how you filter your deck. This is how you draw your removal. This is how you draw your Gather Your Party commencements. This is how you stop things like Rattlegore from getting in your hand early. This is how you put Rattlegore in your hand, but throw the taunt minions out of your hand. So it's a pretty key card. Fort Souls helps you get Sphere Sapience, and also the other weapon, Bulwark of Azzinoth. Bulwark, we'll get into that in just a minute. This helps in the deck and gets you all that. Information is just like Athletic Studies. This is how we generate creatures that won't get pulled out by Gather Your Party and Commencement. And the taunt minions. Great. Minefield, this is great because it can kill minions of varying sizes. It's guaranteed 5 damage to their board for 2 mana. It's great for early game. Warpath, really only great the first turn you can play it versus Aggro Druid. Typically, I end up playing it turn 4. That's why things like Minefield are needed to kind of like help clear that board, make things more where we can get turn 4 for Warpath to take over. Playstorm, another great removal. Great if they got a bunch of little guys at 1 health or 2 health. Great if they have one giant super minion, they can have 100, and this would kill it. Bulwark of Azzinoth. This is our main win condition versus Spell Druid. We get this out, we drop a taunt minion, we start building armor. They can't ever really kill you because they could do 100 damage 4 times, right? Which would kill anyone, but this just absorbs that damage. So it's great against combo decks as well. Coerce, this is our 1 of spot removal. Shield Block, draws us a card, gains armor. Works with Shield Slam. Been around for a minute, should know this one pretty well. Same thing with Brawl. This is one of our primary go-to removals. Gather Your Party. This is one of the main cards of the deck. This is how we get the large guys or the big boys out early. Gather Your Party. Same thing with Commencement, except this gives things like Deathwing and Rattlegore, Taunt, and Divine Shield. Next up is Deathwing. We were just talking about him. Great card. It's a big dude for 8 mana, and it also works as removal. Some games you win and die by this card. Lich King, this is one of our ways of beating combo decks. With Cthulhu decks being popular right now, you just let them use all their pieces. Hopefully you get a Death Grip with the Lich King. Then once they assemble all the pieces and Cthulhu gets shuffled in their deck and they've got like 2 cards, maybe no cards left in their deck, you play the Death Grip, steal the Cthulhu. He generates you a weapon, generates you some life gain, some direct damage. He's a great card to fit in this deck. Brings lots of utility to the table. Troublemaker is our main source of damage. It generates a board for us. It wipes their board. It can attack the opponent whenever they're stealth, which we'll see in one of the videos. It can attack stealth minions. It can attack around taunt minions with its little 3/3 ruffians. So it's a great card. Big part of how the deck wins. Rattlegar, this is one of our cards that just sticks. If they've got a lot of board wipe, this guy doesn't have a whole lot of problem with them. Dimensional Ripper, this is kind of one of our main pushing powers. It breaks stalemates. And one of the great things is it generates copies of the minions rather than pulls them from the deck. And Scrapyard Colossus is another one of those big taunt guys that just sticks and doesn't. It's really hard to get rid of. And you can play board wipe through them. Same thing with Rattlegore, and still have a board. All right, let's get into it.
Job's done.
You here for the tour?
Did you bring some fish? It's hot. From nothing. Power.
You here for the tour?
How can this be?
You're in my school now! You gonna cry?
How can this be?
You gonna cry? Cry, baby! Cry, baby!
You're in my school now.
You gonna cry? You gonna cry?
My hand is full.
Alright, and as always, after 2 matches, I finished up the deck, and that'll be it for this video. If you'd like to see more content from me and me covering some other decks, please drop a follow / subscribe to the channel. It goes a long way of helping me, and it keeps you up to date. Thumbs up and all of that, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.